Okay, we're packing up to get ready to go. First opportunity really to jump into the division. It's really important that we play well on the road, better than we have. So this is an important game for us. Um, Excited to tell you that Doug Baldwin's going to play in this game. He had a great week. He looked terrific. He's just raring to go as much as anybody could. So we're really excited to have him back out there. He's a big part of our club and means a lot to us. And so that'll be great to see him out there. A couple guys will still, you'll ask the questions about guys. A couple guys still in question, but for the most part, we're in pretty good shape and ready to head to Arizona.
Is Chris Carson? I mean, he's listed as questionable. So
Yeah, we just got to make sure he's okay. He just felt a little something, and we just took it easy on him. Had a bunch of carries last week, as we all know, and warranted a little bit of a break. We just got to make sure he's okay.
Is he a game time?
We'll take it all the way to game time. He's thinking he's going, but we'll just make sure and guarantee it. Really, the same thing will happen with CJ also. CJ he had to get some. He had an appointment for his core, and he came back in pretty good stead. So he has a chance to play this weekend too. We'll see what happens with that.
And Rasheem Green, what happened to him?
He has an ankle, legit ankle that he's bounced around on it pretty good, but he won't make it.
That happened in the game? Or
Yes.
This has been kind of a weird series the last few years with them winning up here and you guys winning down there. Is that just kind of the way things happen?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there's any plan there that you can detect, but we got to take care of our stuff. Go down there and play well. We'll deal with the other one later on.
How's Deion Jordan?
He worked out today, and I got to watch the film and see how he comes back after he works today. It's one of the things we need to see with him is, does he feel okay tomorrow after the load that he took, and we'll determine it. That's game time for us.
What does it do to have Doug Baldwin in the offense, given obviously all his accomplishments?
Well, just watching him during the week and seeing how crisp he is, the routes that he runs, the way you can just see Russell's confidence in him and the kind of the anticipation of where he's going to be and getting the ball out quickly to him. It's so valuable, and so how he fits in. We got to work him back in a little bit with how much we work, and we got to see how it goes. But he looked fantastic. He looked like he was in just top flight condition and all, which he's worked really hard to make that happen. And so we'll see how the game goes. But he looked great, and he does mean a lot to us, just in continuity and confidence and all that.
Not that Russ doesn't trust everybody out there, but just that relationship they've had doing it for so many years.
Yeah, you can't replace all that time. You can't replace all that time and the chemistry and understanding and the communication ability and the opportunity when they look and they see the same thing at the same time and they're that far ahead of it. They can just take advantage and stuff. So, I don't want to set the expectation. So I don't know what's going to happen in the game. Would love to get him the ball and all that. But over the course of the next few weeks, as he fits back in, it's going to be really a great addition for us.
Jefferson's spent a lot of time about his back for the last few years. It's given you a lot
He's played really well this whole offseason. He's given nothing but positive signs, and through camp and the preseason and all, he's just playing better. He's banking on the years that he's been with us and the experience, and he's just playing good ball. He's a big, strong guy, got good quicks, and he can play multiple spots as well. But playing out defensive end seems like it's really comfortable for him, and so we're really happy about that. He's held up his end of it for sure.
What changed when you got him back to second?
It's just time, just growing, just maturing and experience and all of that. He just seems way more sure of himself now. He can take advantage of the calls and the stunts and the techniques and things better than he did before. He's ahead of it, than from where he was. It's just growing and maturing with our scheme.
What's been your assessment of just the guys in the trenches so far, both on the O-line and D-line?
I think they're playing really hard. I think we're playing at a level that we can count on improving. I think we can count on them. I think this past week, the way the guys played up front on offense, it showed us that they can protect and that they can come off the ball if we give them a chance to show their attitude and their personality, which I feel like we got a chance to do that in the first 2 weeks. That it's an exciting part of our team. And that's why I'm fired up about DJ and how he added in, and Swee's playing on the left side. We know JR has been a fantastic competitor for years, and to get those two guys out there battling, it just looked good. So defensively, we continue to rotate and move our guys in and out and use everybody. We feel very confident in the group. Everybody's working really hard to do the right thing. And it's a group that's going to keep growing because they were still new together. So Shamar's played really good inside, and Jay Reed has always been a guy that's been all over the place. He had 2 sacks last week. It's a big game for him. Hoping he can come back and be a factor again in the pass rush. So we like both sides of them, and I think we're growing and improving.
Did having DJ back in there last week kind of have a net benefit for Jermaine too? Did he see a plus come out of that for having the guy that was with him all throughout camp back on?
I think for sure it is, and DJ's a good communicator. He knows what Mike wants, and he's been with Mike the longest, Mike Solari, and that's a benefit. So anytime that a guy can really make the right call, make the right adjustments, anticipate what's happening, it helps the guys around him. And I think that, like you said, all of the time they spent together was banked well, and it showed up a little bit. It helped everybody.
How was Sebastian Janikowski fitting here after being with another team for 18 or so years? Working on
He's having a blast, I think. I think he's really having fun. And that's this kind of, if you talk to him about it, which he doesn't have much to say. He's a pretty quiet guy. But I think he's really enjoyed the change in environment. I know he respects tremendously what all of the time there. But he's enjoyed the change, and the year off made him a little added hungry. And I think to come back and to feel like he feels, he's really upbeat and positive. He doesn't say a whole lot. He's real shy, kind of, and quiet. But he's having fun with the fellas. He fits in great. It's great to have the experience and to have a guy that's been there, when you get those big kicks, and he's already come through on some huge kicks, and he's fitting in really well.
I think you were still in the NFL or just out of it when the Raiders drafted him.
What year was it?
01 or 2000?
2000.
So you would have been.
It was just changing.
What was your reaction? Well, now Davis drafted the kicker in the first round. What was your reaction?
No, I remember when he came in. I thought it was incredible that they would make that effort. Because Al always drafted guys that ran 4.4 or better. And Seabass doesn't run 4.4. But it was a great statement. And they had the. I'm sure he was thinking about the Ray Guy thing back in the in the past, and it worked. It was a great pick, and Al showed his wisdom in that pick. He's had an incredible career.
You mentioned Tyler smiling during a punt return the other day. In your experience, when guys go through serious injuries like that, do they tend to come back maybe changed in the way they do?
Yeah. Those kinds of injuries can really have an effect in both directions, and some guys can respond and some guys don't. But there is most of the time when they get back and they feel good finally, it's that level of appreciation, the gratitude to have the game back, that they had loved so much and they lost, because there's times in there for those guys, they don't know if they're ever going to make it back. And sometimes it just feels like, maybe I don't even want to get back because it hurts so bad and so discomfort, and such discomfort. But so it killed me to watch him, the year that when he got back, and he just kept struggling to get to practice and struggling to get off the practice field. It was hard every day for him compared to what he was like when he first got here, and it broke your heart because he wants to do more than anybody, outwork everybody, and stay out here forever and show up early and all that. He just wasn't able to, So to see him coming back around now and getting back into that kind of groove and be playing so well and contributing so well, and he had his the recognition about his contract and all that. I mean, he's just hitting it right. So but it is pretty unusual. You don't see guys smiling very much when running with the ball in their hand.
So how has Posey come along with his ankle injury?
He looked really good today. He was bouncing around today, and as I caught him running with me between drills, I was surprised that he looked that comfortable. So I don't know what that means. We're kind of thinking it's hard for him to play this week, but he shocked us today that he was that good. So we'll see where he is.
One more on Janikowski. Is he a 60-plus guy?
There's no question. Yeah, there's no question. He has such great power. He can drive the football, and there's no question he could hit it. He's done it in practice. So if we needed it, we wouldn't hesitate to give him a shot at it. I don't even know a guy you could ever imagine that would be a better shot to take. So I'm not thinking anything other than he's going to hit it if he gets a shot.
You guys had interest in Eric Reed before Earl came back?
We did look into him. We did seriously, and we recognized that he was a really good ball player, and he was out there. And there was a time we didn't know what was going to happen at the safety spot, so we were talking about it.
Earl had a good week of practice?
Excellent. He really did. He looked great.
The professionalism when you see a Larry Fitzgerald and Brandon Marshall on the field, what does that say about kind of their craft and how they've taken to it?
Yeah, it's an interesting comparison for those guys. They've done so much and been such incredible ball players. They're physically very similar too, you know, in their size and kind of length and in production. I mean, I don't, you know, Larry's all-timer, and Brandon's still working at it. You know, he's still got that 1,000 catches out there, you know, that he could get someday, and so. It's fun to see him play with great respect. I mean, I love to see guys that have played that long and done that well. People say, "Oh, this guy's going to be the next Jerry Rice or whatever." Yeah, let's wait 10 years and figure out what it looks like, you know. And these guys have withstood a long, arduous, challenging career and been on the top of it for a long time. So, much respect.
Anything else? Thank you.